Vice President Kashim Shettima commiserates with parents of abducted Kaduna students, assures safe return. Nigerians groan as commodity prices continue rising days to Ramadan fast. Northern senators allege 3 trillion naira budget padding of 2024 budget. On the foreign scene, death toll from Indonesia floods, landslides rises to 21. Hello again and welcome to the Trust TV News Update at this hour. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thank you so much for joining us. Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima conveyed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's deep concern regarding the abduction of over 287 school children in Kuriga, Kaduna State, during a sympathy visit to Governor Uba Sani at the Sir Kashim Ibrahim House in Kaduna. The Vice President assured that the President has directed security agencies to spare no effort in ensuring the safe return of the children to their families. Bello Musa has more on the Vice President's visit.
Speaking to Kuriga community leaders and the families of the victims, the Vice President affirmed that the federal government remains resolute in its commitment to safely rescue all abducted children.
And he has instructed the security agencies to leave no stone unturned until we return our kids back to their parents. Leadership requires sacrifice. Leadership requires weathering the toughest of storms. Be rest assured that the President is equal to the task. The very essence of the existence of government is to secure the lives and properties of the citizenry. He has tasked the entire security architecture in the country to go all out and get back our kids safely.
In his statement, Governor Obasani expressed gratitude to the Vice President for his visit and conveyed optimism regarding the ongoing rescue effort for the abducted school children.
Security agencies in the country have been working closely with Kaduna State government to ensure the safe return of the children. Here in Kaduna, we have been working with the community as well as the leadership of Chukun local government to ensure that we collaborate with the relevant security agencies to ensure that all the children return back home safely. The community have been very cooperative. They are working with Kaduna State government, working with the relevant security agencies, and I can say that we are making some progress.
Vice President Shettima also convened a closed-door meeting with Kuriga community leaders, parents of the kidnapped school children, security chiefs, and state government officials. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Meanwhile, the Arewa Consultative Forum asserts that the abduction of 287 students in Kuriga community, Kaduna State, was likely a planned operation by the bandits. The forum expressed concern over the incident, highlighting the significant public resources allocated to the security sector. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Professor Tukur Muhammad Baba, the ACF urged the federal government to take decisive action beyond mere directives to ensure the safe return of the abducted students. Moreover, the ACF condemned a separate attack by bandits at a mosque in Birnin-Gwari local government area, resulting in 2 fatalities. As a response, the ACF advocates for a comprehensive regional strategy to address the menace of banditry and terrorism. It calls for the immediate deployment of new security measures, including the implementation of the Special School Security Scheme, establishment of schools vigilante forces, and deployment of anti-kidnapping squads in vulnerable areas across affected states. Still on security matters, Troops of Operation Safe Haven, a multi-security task force maintaining peace in Plateau and some parts of Bauchi and Kaduna states, have paraded the allied killers of Ardo Kamoro in Dutsimbako village of Zango Kataf local government area of Kaduna State. The suspects were paraded at the headquarters of Operation Safe Haven on Saturday. Adam Musa completes the report.
According to the spokesperson of the operation, Major Samson Zakom, the late Ardo was killed on 27 February 2024 after he was earlier kidnapped and a ransom of 2 million naira was paid. While parading the suspect alongside other suspected criminals, the spokesperson of the operation said the suspected killers of the Ardo and the retired NAV officer were arrested after concerted effort from security agencies.
Security agencies ram up covert operations and successfully arrested the key perpetrators. They are Bokolo Mohammed from La Duga village in Kacha local government area of Kaduna State and two other suspects, Mr. Shuaibu Mohammed and Abdul Karim Suleiman, both arrested at Kamaru Market under Ikulu Chiefdom in Zango Kataf local government area of Kaduna State. Confessional statements obtained from the suspect reveal that the late Ardo was ambushed while on transit and moved to Ongwazomo, where he was killed. Preliminary investigation also revealed that the late Ardo was murdered even after a ransom of 2 million naira was paid due to his unbiased stance and insistence on peaceful coexistence in the Zango Kataf general area.
Commenting at the headquarters of the operation, one of the suspected killers of the Ardo, Shuaibu Muhammad, admitted to having participated in the killing.
An kashe shi sanadin ya gane akwai wanda ya gane a cikin su.
We kidnapped him on the road, but ransom was paid. We realized that he could identify one of us. That was when we decided to kill him. The leader of the group promised to pay us 100,000 naira each, but we were later given 20,000 naira with the promise that he would complete the payment soon. One of the killers of the retired NAV officer, Monde Musa, explained his involvement in the killing of the officer.
The person Timothy said that the father has money, so I will go get that money. And from there, when he bring the plan, later on he asked question, he can't keep quiet. And me, I can see say he no talk again. So Thursday, and then I come meet Shaibu. I say, how go do like money dey inside this house? How go take jetta? He say, okay. Men come back from Cameroon, he go call his own people. As he come back, he go call his own people, then come, place on the dark, then come meet me for one Colbert side there, for Colta. So, he bring one mega to come, where then tight in hand. So, from there, the people when call come, I come show them the house, they enter, me I stand from back.
Major Zakom enjoy people in the state to always punish security agencies with relevant information that could aid their operations and provide an enabling environment for enhanced security and economic development in the state. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Away from security matters, the Adamawa state government has initiated legal proceedings against the suspended resident electoral commissioner, Barrister Hudu Yunusa Ari, accusing him of electoral offences during his tenure. The government has brought 3 charges against him, including disturbing public peace, conduct likely to breach peace, and impersonation of a public officer. These charges have been brought before Justice Benjamin Manji Lawan. Hudu faces a total of 9 charges in 2 separate suits filed by both the federal government and the Adamawa state government. Both parties are seeking his conviction. While the federal government initially filed 6 charges, the case has been delayed due to procedural issues. The Adamawa state government filed its suit on February 20, 2024, but has faced challenges in serving the defendant with court papers. Akamode Abayomi, the state's counsel, informed the court that the defendant could not be located at the address provided in Bauchi State. The prosecution requested a new court date to make further attempts to serve the defendant and assured the court of their commitment to arraign him. Residents of Jalingo, the Taraba state capital, say the prevailing hardship across the nation is gradually becoming unbearable for many. A cross-section of residents, while speaking to Trust TV News, called on the president to address the biting economy in order to ameliorate the hardship of the citizens.
For residents of Jalingo, it is time to speak out against the rising hunger in the land, as day by day living conditions are sliding from bad to worse. The situation, which had forced Nigerians into protest and led to the invasion of government and individuals' warehouses in some states of the Federation, including Federal Capital Territory FCT, is gradually metamorphosing into a catastrophe if not addressed.
Because of the hardship, they have to hijack a car and then confiscate whatever that is inside to their various homes for consumption. On Sunday, the same thing happened. A warehouse was destroyed in Abuja, a government warehouse. That is to tell you there is hardship going on.
My name is Mohammed Abdullahi. The situation we find ourselves in today is unbearable. We experienced hardship in the previous administration due to the redesign of the Naira notes. While we were yet to recover from that, this present administration removed subsidy. As a farmer, I am not able to farm due to the hike in price of farm inputs. Ramadan fast is around the corner, and I have nothing to eat in my home. As a result, I told my wife not to fast because Allah knows the situation we are facing.
Now everybody is just surviving because you can't say you are working and the pay is even taking care of your feeding. No matter how much they are paying you now, it's not enough.
The situation is really tough and everybody is finding it very difficult. Everywhere is hot.
Others frown at daily increase in prices of commodities in markets across the state, as well as the hike in price of premium motor spirit, PMS, which they said worsened the situation.
Nobody can explain how this country is going now, because how things have been rising, cost of living has been rising up. We don't know where we are heading to.
To be frank, we are not happy, but is happening. We are suffering because things are no more affordable.
The hardship now is, I can say that is double more than before.
This situation, you get us in the view. Seriously, now as I did now, since morning I never chop. You know, see how I dey sweat. I no eat anything because the work where I go work man like this, fuel go finish. The money I get go for fuel also. The economic of the state is going harder for us.
They called on the federal government to introduce a price control mechanism and ensure compliance from marketers as a way of addressing the surge in prices of commodities.
Funtua town of Funtua local government area of Katsina State is home to the popular Dan BCGA bread, which has been in the market for over 6 decades. Dan BCGA bread got its name from the defunct British Cotton Growing Association of the 1960s. In one of his recent visits to Funtua town, Abdullahi Yamadi reports on the market's dominance of Dan BCGA bread, despite the current economic hardship in the country.
The BCG community in Funtua town, headquarters of Funtua local government area of Katsina State, derives its name from the British Cotton Growing Association, which camped and conducted its cotton business in the area from the 1960s through the 1970s. The production of the popular BCG bread predates to the 1960s by an Igbo woman then popularly known as Mary John, who came to Funtua town from eastern Nigeria. Mary employed one Alhaji Dodo who came to Funtua town from Safi local government in present-day Zamfara state to help her in baking the bread and making it popular as well as acceptable among residents. However, Mary and her family left Funtua shortly after the 1966 coup, leaving behind Alhaji Dodo to continue with the Dambisija bread production. Alhaji later died, leaving behind his son Abdullahi Dodo, who continues with the business to date. Up till today, the Dambisija bread remains popular among residents known for their strong appetite for bread. I love Dambisiji, now Dodo bread, dearly. It's my best bread for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is the first bakery I know in Funtua town, which remains relevant till date. The bakery maintained its quality, size, and taste. I like it. This is one bakery that stands the test of time because the bakery has never stopped production. Now, some people are trying to fake it, but I can tell you without any contradiction that the original Dambisija bread maintains its position, and a simple bite can tell you the difference. At the moment, Abdullahi Dodo mentioned that the current economic realities occasioned by fuel subsidy removal is negatively affecting the bread production business, making it beyond the reach of many residents. What we are struggling to do is to maintain standard and remain in the market even without profit. The idea is to remain in business and satisfy our customers despite all odds. I inherited this business from my late father and hope to bequeath same to my upcoming children. A loaf of the bread, which previously cost 200 naira, now cost 800 naira, making it unaffordable to many residents. Despite all challenges, Abdullahi Dodo said he will sustain the production to at least provide prospective customers with what they desire. Abdullahi Yuzumayamadi, Trust Television News, Katana.
The Northern Senators Forum has raised concerns over alleged budget padding amounting to 3 trillion naira in the 2024 budget. Senator Abdul Ningi, the forum's chairman, revealed plans to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to address the issue. According to Ningi, the Senate passed a budget of 25 trillion naira, but Tinubu's implementation allegedly amounted to 28 trillion naira, including the additional 3 trillion naira. He further claimed that there was a separate budget drafted on the ground. Unbeknownst to lawmakers, the forum has engaged consultants to review the budget meticulously over the past 3 months. They aim to present their findings to Senate President Godswill Akpabio and President Tinubu. Additionally, they intend to discuss other critical projects such as the Mambila Power Project, Ajaokuta Steel Company, and River Niger dredging, expressing disappointment with the administration's performance. However, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, dismissed the allegations, asserting that the Senate was unaware of any deviation from the approved appropriation mandate. This is the news update coming up after the break. Unease among poultry farmers in Kebbi as bird flu outbreak threatened businesses. More news when we return. Do stay.
Hello and welcome to Creative Lounge on Trust TV. My name is Ahmed Mohammed.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Now let's take a look at a recap of some of our top stories. Vice President Shatima commiserates with parents of abducted Kaduna students, assures safe return. Nigerians groan as commodity prices continue rising days to Ramadan fast. Moving on to more stories. Since the declaration of an outbreak in avian influenza in Kebbi State over a month ago, poultry farmers in the state remain concerned about their investment despite government's assurances of control over the outbreak. Some farmers who spoke to Trust TV say although the state government claims to have adopted proactive measures against an escalation of the outbreak, the killer disease has remained a source of concern to them. Trust TV's Yusha Wadamu filed in this report from Birnin Kebbi.
January 29, 2027, the Kebbi state government announced an outbreak of avian influenza following the mysterious death of about 50 local chickens and 14 peacocks at a backyard farm in the state metropolis. The death of the birds informed the decision of the Kebbi state government to take samples of the species to the National Veterinary Research Institute, VOMJOS, Plateau State for further investigation. After it was confirmed to be avian influenza, the state government mobilized a team of medical experts called One Health to the scene of the incident for further actions.
He went to the veterinary clinic complaining that his chickens were dying, and then our doctors from the clinic went to the house, and on the history they found out that about 50 local chickens were mixed with peacocks, that he was raising peacock in his house, about 14 number of them. So suddenly, after the old chickens have died, the peacocks start dying too. So they packed the remaining peacocks to the clinics to continue the investigation.
Other measures taken by the Kebbi state government in curbing the disease include disinfection of the affected backyard farm and the introduction of surveillance and traceback mechanism to preventing both animal and human infections. Apparently not satisfied with the government efforts in handling the situation, some poultry farmers resorted to personal efforts to safeguard their birds against the bird killer disease. Immediately I heard about the outbreak of the disease, I invited experts who advised me to fumigate the farm. I bought the chemicals and do the needful. I have over 16,000 pieces of chickens in the farm, and as God have it, I did not record any casualties in my farm so far. While additional samples that were taken from 3 live birds markets in Kalgo, Makera and the Birnin Kebbi have been shipped to VOM in Jos, Plateau State for testing, the Kebbi state government has expressed concern about nonchalant attitude of some local farmers who are not adhering to biosecurity measures in their respective farms.
You know, most of the backyard farms, they are not observing the good biosecurity. That's the major challenge we are facing, because any time, any moment, anybody can enter into their backyard farm, and then them too can get into another house and enter their own backyard farm. So that's the major challenge.
Though the sources of the disease has not yet been traced, poultry farmers have been urged not to panic, as the state government has put in place preventive measures against the spread of the disease.
You know, much challenge, because what we are doing is that we are still doing it. Normally, we have our people all over the zones, our veterinary personnel, and they are informing people adequately what they should do, and the government has given all the necessary support. And we are doing what we are doing, and inshallah, this situation will be contained within the shortest possible time.
Kebbi had witnessed a similar outbreak in the state on the 29th of January 2022 at a border town of Dola Kaina, which was more devastating than the recent outbreak. Yusha Adamu, Trust TV News, Birnin Kebbi.
Away from Nigeria and to a sad development, the death toll from flash flooding and landslides on the Indonesian island of Sumatra has risen to 21, an official said on Sunday, with 6 people still missing. Torrential rains on Thursday triggered the disaster in Pesisir Selatan Regency in the West Sumatra province, with more than 75,000 people forced to evacuate. An official from West Sumatra Disaster Mitigation Agency, Fajar Sukma, said as of Sunday, 21 people were found dead and 6 people remained missing. Fajar added that a village located on a hillside in the Sutera sub-district was struck hard, with around 200 families in the area left isolated after a landslide followed by flash flooding. Rescue official Abdul Malik on Sunday said rescuers are searching for the missing as authorities focus the operation on 3 areas affected by the disaster. Local search and rescue official Abdul Malik said Indonesia is prone to landslides during the rainy season, and the problem has been aggravated in some places by deforestation, with prolonged torrential rain causing flooding in some areas of the archipelago nation. And in sports, Novak Djokovic made a triumphant return at the ATP WTA Indian Wells Masters after 5 years, defeating Alexandra Vukic 6-2, 5-7, 6-3 on Saturday. The world number 1, who hadn't played since his loss in the Australian Open semi-final, is aiming for his 6th title at the desert venue in the season's first Masters event. Djokovic, aged 36, secured his 400th Masters-level victory, joining Rafael Nadal as the only man to achieve this milestone. The 24-time Grand Slam champion has won his last 11 Masters matches, clinching titles in Cincinnati and Paris-Bercy last season. There you have it. You're up to speed with the latest news. And that brings us to the end of the news update at this hour. But remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs, and documentary. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thank you so much for your time.